Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TotemCast. I am your host, Lucario, and first things first, I'm a little bit under the weather. Okay, I'm lying. I'm very much under the weather. Very sick. I've been sick for the last couple days. I don't know what's wrong with me. Medication's not really working, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just kind of explaining. So, in case you're wondering why I'm talking this way, that's why. I just want to go over a couple things and yeah, we're going to go ahead and dive into it. It's been a little bit since TotemCast. So, first things first, Legion Remix has come out. So yeah, that's a thing. Legion Remix was very highly anticipated. We've been hoping for this since, I believe, last year with Mop Remix. Myself, Legion was always my favorite expansion. I was very, very much hyped for it. It just, I don't know. It just, the Mage Tower thing kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm sure it made a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. Sorry, I had to get a glass of tea. I don't know. I feel like you should be able to get the Mage Tower, and I know like people are going to be defensive and be like, "Well, I got the skin 10 years ago. It's what matters is the prestige." Nobody cares. I mean, congratulations, but nobody honestly cares. Like, I got Green Fire back in Mop when it was relevant, and I got the title, the Black Harvest, to prove that I got it back then. But you can still get Green Fire now, even though you can't get the title, and it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. I understand where you're coming from. I get that. But at the end of the day, it's like, congratulations, you played 10 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? I know people don't always have to agree with me, and that's just kind of, like, I understand your viewpoint on it. I get it. You want to have something over other people that just shows your, like, dedication to playing something. But as somebody who has the Mighty Caravan Brutosaur, which I spent $1,000 buying, not even kidding, an actual $1,000 to buy that damn thing, the last day it was available back in BFA, I spent that much money to make sure I had them out. If they brought it back, I don't care. I really don't care at this point. It does not matter. Congratulations, you got it. I think they should just give you a title for it, just to show that you got it when it was relevant, and just make it up that way. I don't see what the issue in that would bring, but I don't know. I mean, like, it's been about 10 years now. It does not matter. I want my skins. I want my artifact skins. That was the main thing I was excited for Legion Remix. And the fact that they decided to deny us getting that, it kind of killed a lot of the motivation to play it for me. Like, yeah, there's a lot of cool mounts and transmogs and whatnot, and I'm excited for all that. I really am, but it just kind of, like, killed the vibe. And because of that, I'm not having as much fun with it as I wish I was. However, there is that hardcore difficulty that you can do for the open world. I forget what it's called. It's like Nightmare Mode or something. I don't know. But I think it's a lot of fun. Surprisingly, I think it's a lot of fun. It's really cool that we're even able to have such a thing. I wish they would, implement that into retail in some way, because it would make, twinking a lot more fun to go out into the open world and just struggle max level 2. I'm not a fan of, like, you get so strong you can just go out there and, like, destroy everything. Even as a healer, you go out there and just, like, obliterate everything around you. It's not fun. Like, yeah, my character's geared up. Like, whoop-de-doo, I should still struggle. Like, I could wear a suit of armor and still get messed up by a rhino if I went out to Africa, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like one of those things. I shouldn't be able to, just because I'm wearing a suit of armor, be able to beat it easily. I should be able to struggle. But I think that's part of, like, Classic's charm. Also with the Mage Tower, if you made a Druid, you logged in, you got the Mage Tower skins for the Feral and Guardian. That was really cool. I was really excited by that. I thought I was going to be able to keep it, but, Blizzard just, the fun police went off. And they kind of cracked down the banhammer, and they were like, nope, no sir, not on our watch. So I lost it. Makes me very mad. It makes me not want to play a Druid anymore. Again, I understand why people think it's good for the prestige mint. I get it. I understand. But, like, it's just, who cares? It's 10 years. Who cares? Honestly, man. So, yeah, I mean, outside of that, I'm not really openly excited for Legion Remix. I mean, I'm still going to do it, but I feel like the motivation's just really not there. In other news, when it comes to, like, Legacy 30, the twinking side of things, Not a whole lot's going on right now. It's just typical stuff. We got a Herald of Titans thing coming up pretty soon. In about a week, actually, this week. So if you're hearing this and you want to join, link to the Discord down below. We will make sure you get the achievement, the title, everything. Just follow our instructions and let the professionals handle it for you. We got you, boo. Also on that note, we have our next season 7 of the Dungeon Tournament coming up. It's a little bit different than the previous format. We have to kind of go back to old school stuff because we are no longer affiliated with Starship. I'm going to go ahead and just touch in on that one a little bit. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to sound like I'm ragging on them, because I'm not. I am very grateful for our time working with them for the last couple tournaments that we've done. It was actually a great blast. I'm very proud to have partners, or to be partnered up with them for that kind of thing. It's just, I don't like the lack of communication that I've had to go through for the last going on 11 months, because our last collaboration we did was the 1st of December of last year. And I have reached out numerous times about setting up another tournament with them, and the original goal was us to do something like once a season or something, but it just never happened. And, I've been very patient, just waiting, like, hey, well, maybe let's just give them some time. And then I heard that they just have no events planned up, and then I heard that there's a change of politics, and just, I don't know. And then I looked into it, and I found out that both of the leaders that were part of our community are no longer with the community, so I was just kind of like, what's going on? I reached out to the head of Starship and asked him, like, hey, so are we just not going to work together anymore? Like, what's going on? Why'd you guys leave? And he's like, oh, well, we didn't leave. And then he goes, well, actually, yeah, we're leaving, and I think we should just cut our partnership here because we have no further interest in classic content. I mean, which is fine. I get it. But it kind of bums me out because, I thought we were, your biggest event you had. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe something's changed in the last 10 months. But, at the time, we were their biggest event. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of cool things going on. But, I don't know. I mean, they're moving on to other things, and that's fine. I'm not going to hold it against them. I just wish that, the communication would have been a bit more present than what it was, But, anyways, that being said, so back on the Dungeon Tournament, we're going back old school with it. We have about 20 different rules. I know that sounds like a lot, but there's reasons why they exist. People do whatever it takes to cheat, and it's just not a fun experience. And I know, people just, they want to have their, they want to do what they can do to just set the bar. And I get that. But at the end of the day, this is supposed to be a community fun thing, and the sweaty tryhards come in and just kind of cause chaos. It's not a lot of fun. Not a lot of people enjoy interacting with people like that. I myself am kind of indifferent to it a lot, but it does get very annoying. I just had an altercation with somebody that was a part of us for a little over a year and a half, maybe 2 years, I don't know. And they were literally only there to do tournaments that we host, and they were just a problematic environment, I'd say. Not even really that. It's just every time they spoke, it made me mad. And they would just basically trash on people, and nobody wants to deal with that. I especially don't want to deal with that because, that's not the point of our community. I don't know if they're even aware of that, but we don't care about that kind of stuff here. This whole thing is supposed to be a laid back, it's supposed to be a night out with the boys. That's the entire point of Legacy 30. I don't know. It's just people don't seem to understand the concept of what we're even doing here. They think we're supposed to be something else. And the guy that I'm even referring to got mad because he didn't have a say-so on the rules for the tournament, even though I made an announcement and posted about it several times. Well, maybe it wasn't a direct announcement page, but I did post it many times, and his teammate was even involved with the rule making. He wasn't involved himself, and apparently it's because he muted every single channel on the Discord and got very mad about that. And that's somehow my fault. So it's just well, nobody made you do that. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's very stupid. But anyways, yeah, if you'd like to participate, the rules are going to be on our Discord. And if you're hearing this for the first time, I'd say it's probably going to be a lot of fun. I mean, it's a good way to make friends and light competition, We're going to do about a 1 million gold prize pool this time. Maybe it'll be a little bit higher. We'll see. It's not as high as the normal ones. It's just I have some things going on in real life, and I can't afford to supply it this time. But, that being said, moving on to the next one, World of Warcraft Midnight is coming right around the corner. Very excited. We're getting early access to player housing in about a month. That's going to be very cool. I was not a big fan of that until I saw the demo for it. And the guild neighborhoods, everything looks like a lot of fun. I'm very eager to see what we do with that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Apparently you can just visit other people's houses too. Like you just right click their name and just teleport to their house. And I guess there's like some PvP stuff too where you can just like steal plants. I don't know. I saw a video about it. And it was hard for me to keep up with what was going on because I haven't actually got to physically see what this housing thing is going to look like outside of like a demo. So I don't know how it's going to be built up from the ground up or how we design the houses or if we have a choice of houses. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm kind of staying ignorant on a lot of stuff. Like we got the new talent trees for the new classes too. Like all the classes, I guess, are getting like a rework in some way, make everything a lot more mainstream and less confusing for new players. Fantastic idea. I'm a big fan of that. I hate that some classes are just, for whatever reason, way harder than other ones. I've always said it's stupid. The game should be easy. I kind of like the way that it's becoming more like something like Overwatch where you could just pick a hero and just jump in. Like, I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly good with how the game should be. I know not everybody likes that, but I don't know. It's just my opinion of it, of course. I don't know. Like, we're getting some cool stuff. It kind of looks like Enhancement's going to be able to use two-handed maces again until Blizzard, realizes what they're doing and then fix it. Hunters are going to be able to dual wield if you're playing survival. Awesome. Can't wait for that. Like survival's getting a complete rework. Really excited for that. I hope Shadow Priest gets its old Shadow form back. I'd be very happy if they did, but you can only wish so much, right? This isn't going to be a very long podcast episode, and that's perfectly fine. I'm kind of like speedrunning this stuff anyways. I'm not feeling too great, and I don't want to talk for too long. So, hey, it is what it is, right? My good friend Fate started his own podcast called The Mind of Fate. I will link that down below if you are interested in listening to it or just getting to know Fate. He is a longtime friend of mine, and WoW. He's been with us since pretty much near the beginning. He is an officer in my community. He's one of my best friends. I love Fate quite a bit. And he's a mega tryhard. I've done tournaments with him before. He's a mega tryhard. Fun fact, I believe he had the record of the jackhammers in the game. He had 5 jackhammers at one point. I have made a couple tickets to Blizzard trying to make him into an NPC called the Jackhammer. I believe it'd be appropriately fit for him, but, hey, I can't decide if Blizzard wants to or doesn't want to. I just think it'd be fun if they did. But, yeah. I do believe that's all the news I have for right now. We'll probably touch up on this again later. If something else comes to mind, I guess I could make a sequel to this episode, but, hey, whatever. But yeah, I hope you're having fun with Legion Remix. I hope to see you guys in our tournament, and I hope you guys have fun either way. So I will see everybody in the next episode of TotemCast. Thank you very much. My name is Lucario. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see everybody in the next one. Peace.